Hey guys, so in today's video, we're gonna take a look at Octane, the new legend implemented into Apex, and yeah, as with all of the advanced guides, we will take a look at his or her, not even sure, forgive me if I'm wrong, but we're gonna take a look at his abilities, the best environment to effectively utilize Octane, his role in the team, best weapons to pick when you decide to play with him, and at the end, best synergies with other legends. So let's start with the abilities. What can Octane actually do? And let me tell you, in case you haven't seen the legend yet, he can do quite a lot. As the passive ability, he can in fact regenerate his HP when he's not getting shot or damaged during the regeneration. So, in theory, you don't actually need meds. But that's only the theory, because in reality, you still need medkits, you still need syringes, especially for healing mid-combat. You're not going to regenerate your HP fast enough to actually get the advantage out of it when you're in the middle of the firefight. It is most useful for when you don't have any medicaments laying around, and also for your tactical ability, which we should talk about, I guess. As your tactical ability, you can run 30% faster and, in general, move around 30% faster for the duration of 6 seconds, but the trade-off is, every single time you decide to use your tactical ability, you will lose a bit of health, and this is where your passive ability allowing to regenerate it actually comes in handy. In my not so humble opinion, his tactical ability is the most powerful tactical in the whole game. Now, we have more powerful ultimate abilities, but still, even if you were compared his tactical to others' ultimates, I would still say that it holds up against Bloodhound's ultimate ability with the Beast of the Hound, or even Rave being able to stack both of her abilities, the tactical and ultimate at once. It's really powerful. Also, you can deploy your tactical ability every single 2 seconds. Yes, 2-second cooldown. It's crazy. I think it might get nerfed a little bit. Not saying it's overpowered, but it is really powerful. I haven't really seen good players playing Octane yet, so it's hard to judge, but yeah, I think that when players actually learn how to utilize it, it will be crazy powerful. When it comes to your ultimate ability, you are able to place down trampolines. Yes, it might sound a bit ridiculous if you haven't played the game yet, but trust me, those are also powerful. They're not as good as some of the other ultimate abilities in the game, granted, that's fair, but it is still super powerful, especially if you combine it with your tactical ability, allowing you to move around faster. You can basically throw down a trampoline, get on it, or actually jump on it, or run on it, and you will be basically catapulted up in the air. It isn't as effective as Pathfinder with his grapple, but then again, here, all of your teammates, and everyone else in the server, can also use her ultimate. I know Pathfinder can place down his zipline as the ultimate ability, but not only does it take a long time to actually pull it off, in the middle of the firefight for example, but most importantly, it leaves you so exposed and such an easy target for the enemies who are looking at you because you're just going down the zipline. You're practically like defenseless, you can't do anything about it. And here, you only jump for like splits of seconds and you can get up somewhere quickly. Also, it only takes 90 seconds to fully regenerate your ultimate ability, and if you combine it with the ultimate accelerants, where each of the accelerants replenishes 20% of your ultimate and it takes 7 seconds to consume, you could, in theory, if you had 5 of those, replenish it in 35 seconds. It's super useful. When it comes to the best environment to play with Octane, I've got to admit, you can utilize his abilities in all of the surroundings. You're so fast, and your hitboxes are also, well, small, so it's not that easy to actually shoot you. You can play in the middle of an open field and simply run away from the action if there is 2 enemies fighting you at once, or you can push them through an open field in splits of seconds because, again, you're super fast And you can do exactly the same in cities or between buildings. Like, it is so easy to play with Octane just because he's fast and his hitboxes are small. It is the perfect character for an aggressive playstyle. You can play with it defensively, but what's the fun in it? Like, you can run around so fast. Why would you stay away from the action? Doesn't make much sense. And here is the thing. You are rolling the team. Next part. You are supposed to be the entry fragger. The guy who's scoring kills, the guy who's pushing the enemies, because again, you can hop into the action quickly and get away from it as quickly as you got into it. You can do so many things. You can jump on your jump pad or the trampoline. I don't know, I call it a trampoline, but I know it's supposed to be called like a launch pad or jump pad. Whatever. You can utilize it to get like super sneaky flanks that no one expects you to come out of. You can use it to get away. Your teammates can also use it to get away, or your teammates can also go there to flank the enemies with you. Like, there is so many ways you can utilize Octane in when you're creative and you're thinking fast in the action that you're just the most offensive character in the game. Wraith is now out of the picture. She's no longer number 1, though she's still pretty powerful. As for the weapons, I recommend pretty much anything that can kill enemies fast or has a big magazine. So, the R301 carbine, the R99 SMG, the Prowler SMG with the select fire receiver in the fully automatic mode, shotguns, both, Peacekeeper and Mastiff from the supply drop, LMGs, both, the Devotion LMG as well as Spitfire. You could go with the Havoc, but you actually have to have the turbo on it if you want to play with it effectively up close. You don't necessarily need it on the Devotion, but it's still recommended. And the same as with all of the other legends, you can still utilize Wingman because it's good on all of the distances pretty much. You just have to be accurate with it and have a skull piercer. As for the synergies with other legends and the best ways in which you can combine Octane with other characters, you can do quite a lot, but I mainly recommend you actually combine it with super aggressive legends so that you can actually utilize the whole potential of Octane and have some help from your teammates. I totally don't see any point in combining Octane with Gibraltar or Caustic, but I see so much potential when it comes to combining him with either Wraith, Bangalore, Bloodhound. I don't want to list Mirage here because he doesn't really get any speed boost, and all of the other characters actually do. Bloodhound with his ultimate ability, Bangalore in the passive ability when she's getting shot at, and Wraith when she stacks both of her abilities, the ultimate and tactical at once. The point I'm trying to make here is that Octane is really best with other legends which can actually keep up with him in the action. If you can't keep up with your teammate, you're not really gonna help each other. I mean, yes, of course you can play like this, but you're not gonna get the most out of it, and that's the whole point of the tutorial, to play the most effectively and efficiently. Of course, same as with all of the other legends in Apex, you can also combine him with either Lifeline or Pathfinder, but those are quite universal and you're not really gonna benefit one another, but it's still not going to hurt you in any way. They're like, yeah, they always work, but they don't really provide anything in the actual combat. And that would be it for the video, guys. In case we have some new players who just started playing Apex and aren't sure whether you're supposed to buy Octane, Mirage or Caustic with your first 12,000 legend tokens, I definitely recommend you go for Octane first, because it's the most powerful and fun to play legend, realistically. And as always, if you enjoyed... Oh, by the way, I also created tutorials for all of the other legends, so if you want to see those, here is a link on the screen right now. And as always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you in Apex. See ya!